today. Thank you so much for all of your calls. Bill, thank you, sir.
Hey, my pleasure.
I mean, it's always a winner every time. Talking of which, getting rid of pests is another winner. We have our pest repellers. We did the only presentation today. It is still available as well if you'd like to order that. The pest repellers is the set of 8, so this is going to cover every single room in the house. You don't need to buy any of the sprays or the traps. This is just an amazing product. Again, many, many years history and heritage here at HSN. If you'd like to try them, we'll certainly send a set out to you. Give it 30 days. And if you still see spiders or roaches or anything else, I know, Debbie Meyer, I know, I don't like them either, then of course, please feel free to return it to us for a 100% refund of the purchase price. We need to talk about Debbie Meyer for just a second, because this is an award-winning entrepreneur and inventor, and a lady that has truly helped to create amazing new, innovative solutions to help us save money, help our food last longer, and I'm thrilled to say that she's here with us today. For the final chance on this holiday weekend, Debbie Meyer is bringing back the awesome vacuum sealer. You talk about good habits. This is the Debbie Meyer Genius Vac. One touch and you are ready to go. If you want to have better meal planning, if you want to, again, save money, you want to budget better in the new year, this is the way to do it. Tonight, we've got an offer with the Debbie Meyer Genius Vac that includes the 10 additional bags to go along with it. Oh, and by the way, if you want the quart bags or the gallon bags, we do have them in stock. You can ask your representative about it. We'll keep those out at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go over this way because Debbie Meyer is here. Oh, how are you, my love?
Oh, great, thank you.
You're armed and ready to vacuum seal.
Boom, with one finger. That's how easy this is.
But Debbie, we're talking 2017. We need to start doing these things.
You need to start doing things for yourself and for your family now. It's not too late. I know, what are we in, the second week of January?
Yeah.
And everybody's already broken all their resolutions.
I know.
Okay, let's get back on track. All right, this is my patented Debbie Meyer Genius Vac. Look how small this is. Look how it fits in my small hand, and it operates with one button, one finger. But that circle right there is a heavy-duty vacuum sealer. Now, why do you need a vacuum sealer? You know me from all of my green boxes,
Sure.
my green bags, keeping your fresh food fresh longer. I'm now fresh in your freezer, and before I show you anything on the table, let's go talk about what freezer burn means to you and your food.
It's a real problem, Debbie.
It is, because this is real waste of money, food, time, effort, everything we need. All right, so have a look at this. You've done this. I know you've done it because I used to do it. This was steak. This is a tray of steak. Those are steaks.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That is not frost. That is freezer burn. Freezer burn molecularly changes protein. It actually draws all the moisture to the surface when you're in a cold environment, an ice cold environment. All the moisture is drawn out of the meat to the surface. It's then frozen. That meat cannot be resuscitated even by the EMTs because this is gone. It's finished. The difference here is instead of doing this, you simply package in my Debbie Meyer Genius Vac bags, and you have steak. There's a little bit of fog here because it's warmer. Strangely, it's warmer in the studio than it is in the freezer, but that's the difference. This is steak that is exactly as you bought it. This goes into the trash. Now, here's another issue. We actually go to the store and buy things like this. Bag of chicken.
Yeah.
Right? That bag, you see all that air in that bag?
Yeah.
What's in the bottom? Look at the frost. That's freezer burn before you bought it.
Yes, yes.
So there you're actually buying, you're paying for ruined food.
Which is ridiculous.
You can look in the bags and see the frost.
Sure.
Don't buy that. Buy fresh chicken and simply package it in my Genius Vac bags, vacuum seal it. You draw out all the air. That chicken is the way it was when you purchased it, when you thaw it out. So it's not just for protein. I'll give you a little idea here. In my house, we have smoothie packs. We package everything ready to throw into the blender with a scoop of yogurt in the morning. Perfect, the kind, and usually I write on them. I'll say this is a peach smoothie, a strawberry smoothie, and all the mixtures. That's nice and organized. Look at how much room I saved in my freezer as well, because it's like stacking them like a filing system. You know what? We even buy prepared foods. You know, you can buy those freezer French fries. They're wonderful. Get them out of the original packaging because that's going to result in freezer burn as well. Simply put them in one of my bags. You can actually write on the bag and identify them if nobody knows what a French fry looks like. So come on back over here.
Debbie, I have some news, my love. I think it was when you said that Debbie Marie's now fresh in the freezer.
Yes.
People are now realizing that this is the next step. With everyone on the phone line, we have fewer than 3,000. We do see you there. Please bear with us. We are doing 2 flexible payments, and it is your only chance to be able to get them. The additional bags, for those of you that already have the legendary Debbie Meyer Genius Vac, we have the additional bags available. We'll keep those called out at the bottom of your television screens. Debbie, we've seen other vacuum sealers in the past, but need I say that the majority of them are hundreds of dollars, and they're big things.
And what's this missing?
Oh, there's no cord.
Yes.
That's why you get you even get the batteries included with this.
That's right.
That's crazy.
The batteries come, so straight out of the box, you can start saving money immediately. This is cordless, it's handheld, it's lightweight, and it's small enough for anybody to use. But yet it is strong. It is a real vacuum sealer. Let's look at my bags. My bags actually have a zip style.
Easy for you to say.
Zip style seal on the top, so you can open and reclose the bag and then re-vacuum it without cutting the bag. So you're not losing any bag. You can take out what you need and then reseal it. I want to show you strength first. All you do is circle to circle. There's no things, insert. No, nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to get on that circle and make sure I'm there.
This is why it's done so well over the years, is that you can now remove the air easier than before.
Hear it? You can actually hear the air coming out of that can.
It's small but mighty. Yes, of course. Collapsing in on itself.
It's popping in on this side on itself. There she goes.
What a clever invention.
Because this had to pull all the air from inside that can. First, now, okay, you're never going to do this.
Really?
That's just to show you how strong the sealer vacuum is. I'm going to put that down here. This is what you're going to do. You have control. See those nice luscious strawberries? And I want to put in the freezer for maybe I want a smoothie, maybe I want a sundae in the middle of winter, and I want fresh strawberries.
Stranger things have happened?
Not really. Circle to circle. Watch this. I have control over how much air is going to come out of that bag. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've got vacuum sealed strawberries that are going to be gorgeous when I take them out of the freezer.
Fantastic.
Now, more ways to save money. There are only 2 people at home in my house all the time. We still go bulk shopping because this is how I save money. You buy this big tray of chicken instead of the individuals, and I open that up and I portion it out. So I'll put individuals maybe in the quart bag, maybe 2 of them in a gallon bag. I make sure, all you do is make sure that that top is sealed, and you'll actually hear it go click.
And you can reuse these bags, can't you, Debbie?
Absolutely. Usually what I say is when you're doing it for proteins, I would say maybe you don't want to reuse it. If you're using it with raw proteins like
fruits and things.
But fruits and vegetables and dry goods and all that, absolutely. So that piece of chicken is vacuum sealed. It goes straight into the freezer. Steaks, the same thing. So maybe tonight I want chicken, but my husband wants steak.
Yes.
He can have a steak, I can have a chicken. I don't have to thaw out a whole big thing of all the chicken. Watch. Look at that steak. Here comes the air. The air is gone. My steak is protected. I put that in the freezer. That is vacuum sealed. If you have fishermen, hunters, fishermen love this product because they can take it with them on the boat. They clean the fish, throw the guts over the side, cut up their fish, put it in one of my bags, vacuum seal them, and put them in their cooler to take home. I bet their wives don't even believe they went fishing. She probably thinks they went to the store because that is now ready to go into the freezer. So, things as delicate as fruits and vegetables. Pizza, we always buy extra pizza because this is how I save money too. I've always got pizza ready. We're going to do a movie instead of going out and buying pizza. I've got pizza in the freezer. Crisp that up in the oven. Perfect. And you know that it's going to stay that way. Yeah. It's not going to change because once the air is out, and that is the enemy of food, only in the freezer.
Well, you know, we know vacuum sealing and the benefits of it, but the reason why we haven't done it before is because it's an effort, big, you've got to plug it in, counter space. Exactly. This is cordless, it's wireless, it comes with the batteries, and it's one button. They're telling me 1,000 now spoken for, with everyone calling in, 1,500 left. This is your only chance to get it, and obviously, you know, they took the price down as well. else. It's $19.95. Remember, for $19.95, you get the Debbie Meyer Genius Vac. You get 10 Debbie Meyer bags. You also get, of course, the batteries to go in it as well. So you get everything you could possibly need to start the new year off right.
That's right.
Those of you that want the additional bags, the quarts or the gallons, please ask your representative. We are under 500 left in each of those as well. That's obviously going to last you a while and keep you going. Yeah.
Hey, stop emailing me. They're here. Okay, why does coffee come like this? It's vacuum sealed so that the air doesn't get to it and cause the oils to go rancid in the coffee. But once you open it, what do you have? Soft coffee. Well, this is what I do because I like to keep my coffee in the freezer every day because that's how the oils don't go rancid on me. I vacuum seal my coffee. This is going to pull, it's pulling all the air out. Watch. 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of air in the middle.
Yeah.
It grains like that. Watch.
Solid as a rock.
But when I take it out of the freezer, I open it and I help myself to the coffee that I want. That's how easy this is. Fresh in the freezer is very important because when you put things in the freezer, you want to take them out and know exactly what it was that you had in it. However, sometimes you want to send some things away. We had a lot of cookies during the holiday, a lot of cookie swaps. So I kind of got cookies, the more than I needed, and I wanted to send to some of my friends. This is what I did. I vacuum sealed them in one of my bags, just like this. Now watch. Air's coming out. There it goes. 1, 2. You can see them moving.
Yeah, there it is.
They are packed so tightly together. Maybe you're going to send them to some people in the military as a treat, right? These won't break because they're not bouncing around. You can send them to them in this. I actually use that as filler in boxes. So, and I know we don't have a lot of time, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
You go for it, Debbie.
Okay,
I believe in you.
We want our brown sugar soft when we want to use it, but we don't want it to turn stale. Air is what makes it stale, right? Not anymore, because we're going to take the air out. 1, 2, 3. Air's gone. It's a brick. Watch, magic. It's soft. So it's exactly what you want it to do. It's exactly what you want it to be. And I am, let's say, frugal. I will not pay for 100-calorie snacks.
I don't
I know how to read. I can look at the back of a package and it tells me how much of something equals how many calories. We make our own 100-calorie packs, vacuum seal it, and it's in the cupboard, stacked up in a basket. Everyone can just help themselves. I know what they're eating. I know what their snacks are.
Debbie, just so that the final few folks can order this, just to really put this into perspective as to what you get. Guys, if you can just see down here for just a second, for $19 and change, you receive the Debbie Meyer Genius Vac. You receive the batteries to go in it, and you receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the Genius Vac bags as well. So you receive all of that.
You're ready to go.
For under $20.
Yes.
No excuses, Debbie. There's no excuses.
In fact, you can get it home for less than that because it's $10 on a flex pay.
It's silly.
You know?
It's too flex.
Okay, let me just show you that. For instance, when we travel, all right, that's all the little kids' clothes. I have grandchildren, right? There's always, everything's little, right? Everything's a little. Instead of traveling with all that stuff, I pack them like this because I can take this with me. I take this with me when I travel all the time. Come down here and you'll see. I pack up my toiletries, my nail polish. Even when I travel with the kids, I pack up the crayons so that I don't have broken crayons. Look at that. Vacuum sealed crayons in my purse means no purple in the bottom of my white purse, right? If you're a grandma, you know what I'm talking about. Whether it's my beans, it's my snacks. I'm not carrying a bag of trail mix when we go out for a walk, but I will carry my little bag here because I've separated into the bags. I keep this in the backpack. I keep this when we go on the boat, we go on camping, we go on trips, we go anywhere. I take this with me because I know I can reseal, I can refresh bags of snacks. Look at that rice. This rice is like a rock. But if I open this up and take out what I need, I go right back to the way rice is supposed to be. So there's many ways to use this. You'll find many ways. In fact, even for this is great if you're putting clothes away for another child for another size. You write the size on it. Put this away. It's waterproof as well. You can store it in your garage and it'll be fine. This is some of the stuff that I do. I like to make my own cheese. I'll buy cheese like this, cut it up into portions. I know that's about a week's worth of cheese, and I will actually vacuum seal my own portion cheeses because I'm too cheap to let somebody else cut a piece of cheese for me.
That's what we got on
There
so
we go.
well.
Right? And then this, I make my own cheese plates, slide it into my Genius Vac bags, put it in the freezer. When I'm ready to entertain, I pull this out in 5 minutes. I've got
fantastic.
a cheese tray. If you're the mom who brings the sandwiches to the game, do you want to be standing there trying to deal with sandwiches and stuff that day? No, vacuum seal them, put them in the freezer. When you're ready to go to the game, pull this out of the freezer, put it in the cooler, and by the time they eat it, it's defrosted.
Okay.
And that's how they're fresh. Can I show what freezer burn is one more time?
Absolutely. Let's go over this. After you, my darling.
I'm going to run.
Guys,
I'm
with
running.
everyone on the
I
phone
know.
line, about 700 left.
I'm sorry I'm running around, but I want you to understand what freezer burn means to you. It means this.
Yeah.
Freezer burn means
No
you're
more.
going to throw that steak in the garbage. Stop it. We can stop it today. This is how you do it. As simple as this. And I'm going to find there's my steak. You simply package the steak. You take it out of that original packaging. No original packaging was ever intended to be for freezer. It's not freezer safe. My bags are made of special material that are actually freezer safe. It's not air permeable. The air's not getting back in. I can open this up and take out the one steak I need for dinner, close it with my fingers and reseal it and put it right back into the freezer. This is real money that you do not want to waste. This is the money you want to save. You need to have that in your arsenal of ways to save money. You want to eat more healthfully, right? You said so. You made a resolution. Now make it easy for you to have the foods you want. You know me for fresh and keeping your fresh foods fresh longer. When you can be fresh in your freezer, you've completed the circle. I can now be ready if I have people coming and going at different times of the day. Instead of freezer burn chicken, perfect chicken.
Debbie Meyer, although time is up on this, I will not let you leave. We have another item to get to. Stay on the phone line for your Debbie Meyer Genius Vac. If you want the extra bags, they are available. A 20-pack of the quart or a 20-pack of the gallon. It pays to at least get a set or two just because you're going to use them, and people are always asking Debbie, when are they back in stock? When are they back in stock? We have a few left right now. I also want to share with you, well, good news and bad news. Stay right there. The bad news is we were supposed to do an airing of the Debbie Meyer amazing bread box, but we don't have enough left. If you keep going to make a sandwich and the bread is stale, this is the way to help extend the life of your bread, your baked goods, and a lot of other things as well. But this is the very special Debbie Meyer bread box collection. 500 left. It's on a special price break of $14.95. On the way next, Debbie and I will combat the issue of why does food go off so quickly. We're going to solve that problem next.
HSN helps you with your storage and organization dilemmas. We make it easy. For every $99 you spend, get free shipping on all storage and organization items. Origami will keep you together from the kitchen to crafts room to home office. Add more closet space with Joy Mangano's huggable hangers and accessories. Small things can be easier to find with Joy's Better Beauty Case, too. Search Organize on hsn.com for more.
You're overwhelmed, you're stressed. What's coming is freedom. And I want you to know you are seen today. Where you've been has nothing to do with where you are now. If you make new choices in this moment, in this day, your whole life can change. Say yes! Say yes!
Ready for your close-up?
Discover Visionaire by Lancome, a second-generation serum with reinforced LR2412 complex. In 4 weeks, wrinkles, pores, and skin texture are visibly corrected. See beautiful skin in real time.
Feeling more beautiful. That's what makes a woman remarkable.
Visionaire. Now, discover a visibly nourishing gel-in-oil night treatment. Visionaire Nuit. Lancome.
HSN wants you to live your best life by bringing you health and wellness products, solutions, and tips. This week, enjoy up to 30% off healthy cooking from Curtis Stone and Dash. Find your perfect workout outfit with 3 flex or more on all athletic apparel and footwear featuring Danica Patrick and Copperfit. Plus, there's free shipping on fitness equipment and headphones like Proform and Beats. Search health and wellness at hsn.com.
Andrew Lessman, the amazing Andrew Lessman, just 20 minutes away with a Today Special sneak peek. But before we do that, we need to talk about the science of keeping our food fresh. And there is nobody more knowledgeable on the matter than Debbie Meyer. Folks, we have put together an offer for the 2017 New Year, New Start, New Beginning that is our biggest offer ever. You see all of this? You get all of it. It's an 84-piece collection for $34.95, reduced shipping, and 4 flex pay of only $8 and change. So we've got stuff for fruits and vegetables, baked goods, snacks. I mean, you name it, we're going to be able to store it. Folks, what you're about to see has been proven and tested time and time and time again. For those of us that were fed up last year of how much money went truly out the window from all the food that went bad, went stale, went off, went rotten so quickly, there is a way to extend the life of your fruits and vegetables. And Debbie Meyer is the innovator, the creator, the lady that patented the Debbie Meyer Green Box phenomenon. Debbie, my sweetheart, there's so many folks that already know you and know what you do, but there are also people out there that still are facing this problem every single day.
And you don't have to. It's true. It's as simple as this. You don't have to any longer because I'm now with you. I have solved my own problems throughout my entire creative life. I've been solving my own problems.
Right.
My biggest problem was, how do I stop wasting food?
Right.
How do I stop wasting money wasting food? So I created my green boxes, and these happen to be my Debbie Meyer Ultralight green boxes. These are my lighter gauge boxes. They are made with very special materials. I'm going to tell you all about it, but let me show you what it means to you first. See those strawberries? As soon as we're done with this show, they're going in the trash. That is money going straight into the trash. However, I wanted to show them to you in comparison to these beautiful strawberries, which are exactly the same age, stored at the same time. They were from the same lot of strawberries, in fact. Same time, same age, everything. That's the difference. Beautiful, luscious strawberries still ready to eat. Now, they are both 9 days old. How did I achieve this difference? My boxes are made with my proprietary blend of natural ingredients that are part of the construction of these boxes. These boxes will extend, independent, scientifically proven, to extend the life of fruits, vegetables, baked goods, and snacks. They are BPA-free, top-rack, dishwasher-safe, proudly, proudly, proudly made here in America, and you reuse them indefinitely. You cannot wash out or wear out their effectiveness. As long as you own them, they work. After you own them, they work. Yeah. As long as they exist, they work. It's as simple as that. The box is completely made of my materials, which are all natural. So independent lab testing said this is the kind of experience you will have. 9 days is what they achieved by simply putting the strawberries in the box. You get rid of original packaging. Original packaging is nothing but a transportation device. And other materials, which I will explain to you why my boxes work the way they do and other things can't do what mine do. Now, strawberries I'd keep in the fridge, right? Do that. That's what you ordinarily do. I'm not asking you to do anything different. My pears, however, I usually keep on the countertop. 14 days.
That looks ready to eat right there. Lovely.
It is. It's perfect. Do you want the blush or do you want the mush?
Yuck.
That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I brought pears home from the store and said, where's the pear I bought? Because it was already spotty and molded looking when I got it home. Right. On the countertop, in the fridge, wherever you ordinarily store things. Now come here because I want to make sure you realize that it is also for baked goods. An additional natural freshness agent was added to the formula so that you could keep baked goods fresh longer. Now at 11 days, independent lab testing said that's approximately what you're going to find. Right. However, if you simply put your baked goods, there's, pardon the expression again, English muffin.
I've been called worse.
This isn't that gorgeous?
It's fresh.
Fresh. That's exactly what you're going to find. That chewiness that bagels are supposed to have, exactly right. Any kind of bread rolls, your dinner rolls, any kind of rolls whatsoever. And again, here we go with bread. You're in this set, you were getting 6 of my 64-ounce boxes. Gosh. That's an entire loaf of white bread in 2 boxes, and that's how I store it because I have small cupboards. I have a small drawer where I keep my bread. I'm actually going to put that down here and show you what 11-day bread is like in my green boxes. Look at how soft. When you're trying to save money or maybe you eat more healthfully, you're knowing what you eat for lunch.
Debbie Meyer Fresh.
You want to put your hand in there and find that bread, not something that looks like that. So let's come down here. You'll see a lot of whole fruits and vegetables on my table. Well, they don't have to be whole. I buy my strawberries, my mushrooms pre-sliced because I like the convenience. Look at how white and gorgeous these are still in the center as opposed to that at 9 days. You want to snack on that? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I want to snack on this. Well, 3 weeks is pretty good.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, I've still got my grandchildren going in there and helping themselves to handfuls of beautiful baby carrots. What's the flex pay on this? I just wanted
It's
to...
only $8.74, Debbie.
Okay, guess what? That plate, I throw that away, that's almost $8.
I believe it.
Right there. That, because yellow peppers, for the
very
life of me, I don't,
prestigious, yes.
no idea why they cost so much, but they do. Look at these peppers, the difference at 21 days. Look at these. I'm going to cut this open because I want you to actually see and hear, because we're going to, first of all, look at those oh my gosh, they're actually still budding. Smell that.
I love peppers.
Look at the moisture on that pepper, in that pepper, and listen to this.
How old is it again?
It is 21 days.
Jeez.
Look at that.
It works.
The aroma is so gorgeous. Okay, color. They tell us to eat the most colorful vegetables, fruits and vegetables, because that's where a lot of the nutrition is packed, right? So there's beautiful green. Guess what? Green is the color of the year.
The Pantone color of the year.
It is. I'm finally in style. I'm scientifically great, but I'm finally in style.
Way
too,
ahead of the game,
I've been the green lady forever. So 21 days. I can't even get a hold of it. Doesn't it look like a squid?
floppy,
It's
yeah.
a squid. That's 3 weeks versus 3 weeks. Look at void of color, totally devoid of any nutrient. Look at this one, simply stored in my green box. I'm gonna have you listen to this. I promise not to spray you. Ready? Hear that? That sound and that moisture is what you want from celery at 3 weeks. You don't want that slimy kind of whatever it is.
Debbie, just so you know, because this is a little bit faster, we have 9 minutes left. I just want to show you one quick thing.
Sure.
Debbie's been on a couple times today with this. This is your last chance today to be able to get it. It is our New Year, New You Fresh Start collection. It's everything. We're not just going to send you a bit of this and a bit of that. We're sending you everything. An 84-piece collection. All of these.
Do you want me to go over the sizes?
If we can.
Sure.
We only have 9 minutes left.
Okay,
Just fast.
and I've got so many, I can talk so fast. You know.
I believe it.
Okay, this is 84 pieces. You are getting 12 of my 16-ounce boxes. You're getting 12 of my 24-ounce boxes. 6 of my 48-ounce rounds. 6 of the 32-ounce rectangles, and 6 of the 64-ounce rectangles. That's all of it, but all of that stacks down into this little footprint right here. Come on over here and see this, because this is tiny. That's the footprint right there. If we remove the bread boxes in the back, you can see it better.
Yeah.
That's how small it is, so don't tell me you don't have room for this. If you want to share it with somebody, do so, because there's plenty there to share. You're sharing the gift of saving money. Come on back here, because I'm going to be running around like a chicken without a head for a moment here. Okay, I do a salad bar because I got tired of throwing away the things that people didn't want in their salad. If I put in olives and they don't eat them, garbage, right? So I make a salad bar. Everything stays fresh and delicious, right, like that. All of your snacks, all of your baked goods, everything from muffins to popcorn, and of course cookies.
Oh, I need this today.
Yeah, I know. You need a little energy. I can't fool him anymore because I've been with him for so long, but that is a 42-day-old cookie. And he's eating it happily because independent laboratory testing said at 42 days, baked goods and snacks did not lose taste, texture, or aroma, which is everything we love about baked goods. I want to do science for you. I want you to understand what the science is, but I'm actually going to show you this. This is what you don't want to find when you buy salad. You don't want that mush. I'm going to show you over on the other side in just a moment how to stop it. But this is actually the problem. It's not air, it's the gas that all fruits and vegetables give off. It's called ethylene gas. It's their natural ripening gas, but I'm showing you this because it's the only way I can show it to you. It's trapped in that bag. If you are keeping your salads, your fruits, your vegetables, packaged in anything other than my green boxes or my green bags, you've trapped the very thing that's rotting your food. Simple as that. I can take care of that for you because I take care of the gas and I slow down the entire process so you get to eat what you love.
Have I got chocolate in my mouth?
No, you don't.
I ate the whole cookie. I love the
cute.
cookie. It's a good
You can
cookie.
have another one if you want.
Maybe right.
And if you want to give things away, this is how I give away my baked goods. I put them in one of my green boxes. give them away. I've given them baked goods. I've given them a way to keep them fresh longer. And they get to keep a green box to reuse and reuse and reuse as long as they like for something else. Doesn't have to be cookies. Next time it could be broccoli. I'm running.
If you want the Debbie Meyer 4-piece green box bread box set, we're down to the final 200, so please ask your representative about that. Again, it is the configuration that I think a lot of folks like. Sometimes it's hard to make decisions, Debbie. Sometimes we just want to be sent everything.
This is the set that will last you a very long time. You can break it up, give away, share it with people. I had one lady earlier today said she was buying this set and putting it in the American Legion Hall because they prepare dinners. So they have to get ready in advance.
That's special.
So that way they can actually buy things on sale and have economical dinners. Okay, guess what? You're not supposed to be able to fold vegetables.
This would be funny.
What? If it wasn't?
My money.
That's right. Hey, you've been with me a long time.
It could be a Vegas act.
I know, you know. This could be a puppet. So instead of that, at 21 days, you've got that. To the tip. Look at the color, right to the tip of that carrot. That means nutrition, moisture, everything is still in that carrot. You like juicing? Well, how many carrots are in there? That's a big carrot.
Yeah.
That's a big collection of carrots. And I'm going to move so fast here. I hope you can keep up with me. 14 days, that's the same cabbage split in half. In my box, not in my green box. Here's cauliflower. 14 days, 2 weeks, there's the difference. Okay, I like snap beans, but they better snap. Look at that, 14 days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it's a pile of mush. Brussels sprouts, you and I are both big fans. At 3 weeks, I want to know. I want to find that hard little cabbage head in my green box. I don't want to find that in my refrigerator. These baby romaines cost the earth. These are that's like boutique vegetables.
Like gold.
If you like to buy these very special little things, don't turn it into this because you're just throwing away your money. Get us some dressing, please. And then whatever you don't finish, put back in my box.
Yeah.
So you can it keeps going. There's no time limit.
It doesn't wear out.
No, it doesn't wear out. So there's nothing that tells you, oh, I can't use it anymore, or I used it up the top. No, just keep putting things back in my boxes. Okay, I'm going to find a place to grab this.
Yeah.
Look at the difference in color. The color alone tells you the story. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You know, and the interesting thing is that so much of this food, people say, what happens to the food here? I take it home and eat it. That's what happens to it. It's perfect. It's good. We'll be steaming this broccoli tonight along with this corn for dinner. These little peppers, love to throw them on the grill. These I'm going to love to throw out. Hate to throw out, actually. These I'm going to love to throw on the grill. 3 weeks. Here's some nectarines at 14 days. Look at that. Remember, this is BPA-free, top-rack dishwasher safe. You cannot wash out or wear out their effectiveness, and their effectiveness is proven in independent scientific laboratory studies. Tens of millions of my green boxes are in use, and over 1 billion of my green bags. That tells you something because people keep coming back for more and more.
Did you just hear what Debbie said, folks? Just understand one thing. These results are not typical of or maybe going to happen. They are what will happen when you put your food in a Debbie Meyer green box, period.
Period. It's as simple as that because this is proven science. In the industry, I'm known as Debbie Meyer Active Storage because the boxes themselves are actually working to keep what's in them fresh longer. I'm extending the life. Who else can say you're extending the life? If you are sealing up your fruits and vegetables and baked goods in ordinary containers or ordinary bags, you're actually trapping the very problem that's causing it, which is the ethylene gas. Nobody's snacking on those grapes.
No, that's
2 weeks, these are perfect. Everybody's snacking on them. All right, they won't let you buy that little piece of parsley that you want. They make you buy this. Yeah. Right? Why not keep it all fresh? For 9 days. That's the independent laboratory testing. This one blew me away because this stuff goes slimy and disgusting in no time, very, very quickly. So again, we're back to baked goods. If you love corn tortillas, this is how you keep them fresh. You simply get them out of the package and put them in that bowl. Is perfect for the large package. Sure. Turn this upside down, I got a cake. Turn this one upside down, and I got a pie. Hey. So it's all of your baked goods, it's all of your snacks, it's all of your fruits, it's all of your vegetables. And now, if you don't mind, I'm going to sneak in front of you and let's do some science. I showed you that blown up bag. This is salad soup. Gosh. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
And that's a waste of money. When you go to the store, Look for your salad. Now I buy cut salad all the time because I think it's a wonderful convenience. Buy the flattest bag you can find. If it's puffing even a little, don't buy it. That's not air. That is the gas building up and deteriorating that food rapidly. Buy the flat bag and then do this. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. Toss away this thing. It's a transportation device. This is a food preservation device because this is lengthening the life of that salad.
Debbie, as you're doing this in these final 90 seconds, I know Tina is on the phone for your final presentation. Tina in Florida, welcome to HSN. Happy New Year. Say hi to Debbie.
Hi, Tina.
Tina? I think we lost Tina.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina! Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. You see my fruit salad?
Tina, what do you think to Debbie Meyer's products?
Happy New Year to you.
And to you, what do you think?
I have had those green boxes for over a year now. And a couple of months ago, we had to go out of town, and I had fresh spinach put in one of those boxes for 2 weeks. I was afraid of what it was going to look like when we got back.
Right.
That fresh spinach was just as crisp as it was the day I put it in there. Those green boxes are the only things you'll find in my refrigerator. I love them.
Thank you so much. You know how important it is for me to hear that from you? Because I can tell you this all day long, Adam can tell you this all day long, but when you tell everybody, that really makes a difference. And thank you so much for doing that for us.
Debbie, run with me. Tina,
I'm
thank
running.
you so much for telling me we've got to go. I just want to stress, because this is the last chance to get it, it is the biggest collection ever. It is the lowest price ever. It's 84 pieces. If you do want the Debbie Meyer Green Box Bread Box collection, the 4-piece set is only $14.95, and only 70 of those are now left. If you've had up a stale bread, there's your solution. Debbie, it is on the essentials list. Final words?
Final words is stop wasting food, stop wasting money, stop wasting your energy. This is the easiest money you're ever going to save, and they work from the second you put something in. You don't have to wait for it to work for you.
Thank you, Debbie Meyer. I love you.
I love you too.
Folks, we are at moments away from Andrew Lessman appearing with a quick sneak peek at our today's special. But you know who's live in Palm Beach, Debbie?
Oh, yes, I do.
Suzanne Runyon is standing by to give us a sneak peek at what's to come tonight with the one, the only Tony Robbins.
And I'm so excited to be in Palm Beach, and I'm really excited about who you're going to hear from and what we're going to do for the next hour. Now imagine this. Imagine if you were driving to work, which is something we do every day, drive home, drive to work, and you could totally transform your life. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be kind of appealing? Well, this next hour, coming up at the top of the hour, we have Tony Robbins joining us from Palm Beach, from his home, and we're really going to have a wonderful time with him. And it's all about really making a difference in your life. And you know what? It's not just business, it's not just money, it's really every aspect. So while we have a few minutes before we get to 8 o'clock, think about your life and think about what would you love to really change. Is it that relationship? Is it financial? Is it your health? Have you already, forgotten your commitments you had on New Year's Day? I want you to think about that and then join us in just a few moments for truly one of the world's best coaches. So stick around, you're going to see Tony. We're going to have a fascinating hour together, and it's going to be truly something that could completely change your life. So stay with us. Tony Robbins coming up in just a few.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. Big night in store. Talking of which, if you're not going to be around at midnight, you'll certainly want to stick around to see this, a sneak peek at Mr. Andrew Lessman's first Today Special of the year. We're excited to do this. This is something Andrew loves to do to kind of get us warmed up to what is going to be an amazing offer. For over 30 years, Andrew Lessman has been dedicated to a healthier body, a healthier mind, and really understanding the things that we need to know to make those right decisions. Well, this year, we wanted to go all out. First and foremost, Mr. Andrew Lessman, Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, Adam.
How are you?
I am great. I am great. Great to see you.
Andrew, we have obviously a very quick look at this, but you have put together an amazing bundle configuration of some of the most important products for the new year.
My goal is trying to help us jumpstart. I wrote a blog post today that you can see at wordsonwellness.com. I think 2016 has been a difficult year for many of us.
Yes.
Challenging the election, all the sort of the negative things being said for a year, we can't help but be affected by that. So what I tried in this blog post, what I'll try to remind all of us, that the only things we really can control, we can control ourselves, we can control the world around us, the world around our loved ones. And the single most important thing we can do for the health of our country, actually, the greatest threat to the health of our country, is our health. And the greatest threat to our health is our body weight. It was interesting writing today that just a little over 20% of Americans are at their proper weight. Almost 80% of Americans are either overweight or obese. And the clearest science on weight loss is meal replacement science. It's very simple. Replace 1 or 2 meals. Make sure your other meal or meals are healthy. But that's what this is all about. What we've also done, and we do this every year, we give you the best price we've ever had on the meal replacement. But then we add other components that can improve your health, that can make it easier to adhere to a diet and a healthy lifestyle. So whether it's the 100, the 200, the 300, you're also getting our 66% Choco Nouveau, which is like milk chocolate and will lower your cholesterol, but it's dark chocolate. You'll also get our oatmeal, you'll also get our oat bran, both of which also lower cholesterol better than any oatmeal or oat bran available anywhere in the world. You'll also get our special green tea, because green tea is a wonderful habit to develop in terms of supporting your weight loss goals. So you get all of these things, and we've never done a configuration like this before. And I think it's just a chance for us to kind of bring home our attention. Everything out there in the world is crazy, it's challenging, it's disturbing. So it's an opportunity to refocus. What I always say is the only thing that could really bring us happiness is when we try to do things that affect our sphere of influence, that little sphere around us, around those that we love, that we could have an impact on. We feel powerless and a victim of all the other things in the world, but this is something that we could make a difference in, and there's no greater opportunity. There's probably no greater challenge also, because weight loss, as simple as it is to understand, it's just as difficult to accomplish. If it wasn't so difficult to accomplish, none of us would be have issues with weight loss. So this is an opportunity. I do this once a year. We've never done it better than this in terms of the product, the configuration, and the pricing.
And I want to take you through, to Andrew's point, exactly the options that you have here, because this is phenomenal. You can choose, in terms of the secure meal replacement, Andrew has the 20 or the 50, okay, which is available at fantastic pricing, and I'll go through that momentarily. But what most people will do are the larger ones. And the larger ones, whether you choose 1, 2, or 3, these are the ones that come with all the extras. And these are the things that are maybe going to take the edge off your appetite. These are the things that are going to kickstart you.
And funnily enough, on the large one, the 300 meals alone weighs about 15 pounds. Right. Then there's 60 meals of oatmeal and oat bran, and then there's also the Choco Nouveau, and there's also 30 of the green tea. So what you're talking about, I think, for $199, I think it's over $400, probably at its regular price. But also, you're talking about a package that's over 20 pounds, free shipping and handling. The 200 meal is a package that's about 15 pounds. The 100 meals is a little under 10 pounds. So it's a substantial configuration that the 300 meal at 1 meal a day, it almost takes you until this time next year. It takes you all the way until November. So it's an opportunity to make a profound difference. There's all sorts of eating plans out there. There's an infinite number of eating plans. But the science on meal replacement combined with an intelligent eating plan, mine is non-denominational, but combine this with an eating plan, it really is the opportunity. And later I'll read you the scientific quotes from medical journals that talk about meal replacements being the most effective, the most reliable, and a soy protein-based meal replacement being the absolute best. By the way, we also have this available whey protein-based. We also have this available marine collagen peptide protein-based. So there are 2 other options in the background. But the today's special configuration is only the soy protein-based. The other 2 are their standard sizes, but at special pricing.
And here they are, just so we can go go through them so you can see.
Oh, it's almost $500.
I know, it's huge, the savings. So you can see there's the 20 meal, the 50 meal. That normally, if purchased separately, would be $37.90 and $67.90. Here's our special pricing. So you save 15 and 20, and then you really start to see the savings kick in. If you go for the 100 meal kit, which remember, from here on down includes Choco Nouveau, includes Andrew's organic green tea, includes the oat bran, the oatmeal, and we love, by the way, Muriel and Andrew's, this is the outstanding recipe book, which so many of you asked for. That's included as well. You get all of the extras with these. So pricing, if purchased separately, $153 and change. Your price tonight, $89.90. You save $63 and change. The 200 meal will be nearly $300. You save nearly $150. Sorry, the price today is $150, so you save nearly $150. And then obviously what most folks will do, and this is remarkable, the big one.
About 2/3 will get the 300 meal. Between the 100, 200, 300, that speaks to probably about 90% of the orders.
Wow.
The greatest savings are in the larger configurations. Of course, everything comes with an unconditional money-back guarantee. Chocolate, vanilla, and coffee are the flavors. You need to be aware, though, the coffee is real coffee, so it does contain caffeine. So if you're caffeine sensitive, the real coffee is real coffee. It does contain caffeine. The chocolate, the vanilla, you will not find better tasting meal replacements. We've been doing meal replacements for over 20 years. Initially, they were technically very sound, but they didn't taste great. Right. We kept evolving them and changing them until we arrived at these formulas, where every year we continue to improve the flavor, and the product has only gone down in calories, so literally about 60 calories a meal. So you could also add whatever you might want to add, yogurt or juice or whatever other ingredients, and you're still dealing with something that's lower than a typical meal replacement in terms of calories. And the difference in calories between what you would have eaten and the meal replacement, which has the lowest calorie meal replacement, this gives you that biggest difference. That's the biggest opportunity for weight loss. Also, because it's filling and it tastes good, it's something that's satisfying and you'll enjoy using. And I encourage you to read the reviews. They're rated over 4 stars, which for a 60+ calorie meal replacement that's rich in vitamins and minerals and rich in protein, to think that it's even rated better than 2.5 stars is a miracle, but it speaks to the investment in flavor.
And truly the integrity of the ingredients. A lot of us, and we've talked about this before, when you look at meal replacement products, you read the list of ingredients on the back and it's very scary. Andrew, as you know, with his vitamins, with his supplements, with the secure meal replacement, everything that's in there and that goes into you is the best that it can possibly be. Andrew, I think a lot of us at this time of year, we have the best of intentions. But as you said, if the flavor's not right, if the taste isn't right, those intentions quickly, we forget about them.
Oh, as I said, it's a difficult process. It's easy to understand. I mean, the first step in weight loss is really watching calories in, calories out. Then we also have to be aware, and this is something you work with your doctor, you have to be aware of your endocrine system, your hormonal system in your body. But you also have to be aware of the composition of those calories, where they're coming from. And of course, we all know that in terms of weight loss efficiency, a diet richer in protein and not rich in sugars and carbs, those calories are going to be better calories for us. That's why this is configured in the fashion it is. We just started doing this recently, where we do the little preview, because a lot of folks, normally I'm not up at midnight, so we want to make sure that if we sell this out during the day and you couldn't watch at midnight, that you had an opportunity to see this. But in terms of weight loss, in terms of just a nutrient-rich meal replacement, this is like consuming a mini multivitamin every time you enjoy the meal replacement. And you're also getting the benefits of soy protein, which are healthy for our skeleton, which are healthy for our heart. So there's a long list of other benefits beyond this just supporting your weight loss goals. And as I said before, it's something difficult to talk about, and it's not about vanity. It's not about looking good. What losing weight is all about: reducing our risk of heart disease, reducing our risk of stroke, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes. Losing weight is something that's all about reducing our risk of cancer. Being overweight or obese increases our risk of virtually every form of cancer. So taking responsibility for this process, it's difficult, but it really is the greatest health rewards we could ever reap. The only person who can benefit more than someone who loses weight and gets down to their ideal weight is someone who smoked. We all know how dangerous and damaging smoking is. In fact, overweight and obesity, basically in terms of healthcare costs, roughly cost an individual the same as the impact of smoking. And the impact of smoking is staggering. So it gives us a sense on a personal level, on the level of our entire society and country. Just as I've said, the single greatest economic threat to our country are healthcare costs. And the single greatest component of preventable healthcare cost is obesity and overweight. So this is an opportunity. It's not my science. It's not my story. What this is the clinical science on weight loss, meal replacement. All I try to do is make one that follows the science and that you will enjoy using as well.
You know, there's a word, and Andrew used it a little bit earlier on, but success and being successful. We have the best of intentions and we want to do the best that we possibly can. But when it's not right, or when we fall off the track and we don't start to see the results that we desire, it's very hurtful. It hurts us, it hurts the people around us because they know how much we wanted it. What Andrew does is truly set us up for success. So what he's put together here is everything that you need. The meal replacement is, quite frankly, one of the best you'll find in the world.
It is the best.
It is the best, period.
No, it is. Well, objectively, simple fact, it is the lowest calorie. The lower the calories, the more opportunity you have to lose weight. It also is the richest in vitamins and minerals. It's also the only one that contains the proper form of B12 that's absorbable. So all the wonderful, unique attributes of My Multivitamins, they are bundled into this product. So it truly is unlike any other meal replacement in the world. It's not made for us, we make it. And in fact, the ingredients in this product are specific to us. The special forms of B12, the special soluble forms of calcium, our vitamin D, our biotin. So it makes it head and shoulders above any other product in the world.
And I think for everybody out there that knows Andrew, that has watched Andrew for many years, you know that's the case. You know, when Andrew says it's the best, he doesn't say it to just add to it, he says it because he means it and because it is. What Andrew puts into his products is more than anything I've ever seen in any other product that I've ever experienced in the 16 years that I've been on TV in England and in America. When you look at what you receive, you are buying truly the most effective solution and part of a program that will bring you that success. And that's why I think what this is certainly doing is giving us a chance to see some of the extras. There's a lot of folks that just want to try the flavors, want to try the way the coffee flavor tastes or the chocolate flavor or the vanilla, and you can do that with the Secure 20 or 50 meal. But please know, if you choose the 100 meal, the 200 meal, or the 300 meal, you're also going to get all of these extra goodies. So Andrew's best-selling certified organic green tea, that's the variety pack. You're going to get Andrew's incredibly successful oatmeal and oat bran, his Choco Nuvo product that broke every record in HSN when we launched it, and we get the recipe book.
And you get with oatmeal, oat bran, Choco Nuvo, you get the benefits of those products on their own. Dark chocolate is healthy and beneficial. Of course, oatmeal and oat bran are. But mine has a unique opportunity, say oatmeal and oat bran, to lower cholesterol 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times better than normal oatmeal or oat bran. It's just an opportunity to start the new year off on the right foot. You get to try all these different products. Green tea is a wonderfully healthy habit. I drink it all the time. Children have a security blanket. I have my cup of green tea that I carry around with me everywhere. It goes to the gym with me. It's on my bike when I ride. So it goes with me everywhere. And I recognize that it's an important part of the healthy Asian lifestyle, as soy, and you hear a lot of people bashing soy. I happen to enjoy soy. I like soy. I eat edamame all the time, soybeans. And if you look at the healthiest culture in the world, the Asian cultures, they eat an abundance soy. They eat soy the way we eat meat. It's hard to understand or comprehend that soy couldn't be beneficial when you look at cultures that rely on it. And we would dream of having the kind of health that they have. So again, this is an opportunity following the science to help deliver a tool. Mind you, it's still you that will deliver the weight loss results and the weight loss goals. It's just, there's no such thing as magic when it comes to weight loss. It's all about making intelligent decisions, following the science, and that's what we've done and given you, I think, the keys to a great opening the door to a great opportunity.
So Andrew, that kind of leads me to a follow-up question, if I may, because what we have here are the tools to truly see the results for the weight loss and a healthier body in 2017. When we've got down to where we want to be, how do we maintain that, Andrew?
Well, and many people, you could read the reviews, use the product as a maintenance tool. I mean, certainly I don't need to lose weight. I'm where I want to be. I'm active, but Secure is a great way for me to get the benefits of soy protein, to get the rich nutrients that are in there. It's also a fun, filling, delicious snack. One of the greatest complaints you'll read about this is that too much flavor, too rich a flavor, which I simply say, simply dilute it or use less. But it's a product that people, after they've achieved their goals, they just enjoy using it so much. And that's a testament. And again, to think that a product like this, I think almost 70% of the reviews on all the Secure is a 5-star reviews.
Yep.
On a 60+ calorie meal replacement, almost the finest restaurant in the world would be hard-pressed to have 70% 5-star reviews. And then when you combine 4- and 3-star, basically you're talking about a product that probably is over 80% positive reviews. For a meal replacement that's all flavor-based, certainly the science is in the background, that's hard to believe, and I think it really should give you you should feel secure trying it. And but what I wanted to do before, we'll be back at midnight. We just do this for those of you who can't watch at midnight. We'll be back tomorrow during the day. There's another product I just wanted to talk about briefly. We're doing a second Today Special.
Yes.
For years before Secure was on television as a Today Special, we did a Today Special for a product called Energy and Fat Metabolism Factors. It was a combination of one formula I had called Fat Burning Factors, which delivered the metabolic components and the botanical components to support fat burning metabolism. We also had another product that we called, basically was our urgent energy product, was our energy product, our healthy energy product, containing the vitamins and nutrients and also botanicals essential for energy production. The two overlap because burning fat, of course, generates energy. So we combined the two of those products into one even more affordable product called Energy and Fat Metabolism Factors. It hasn't been a Today Special for probably over a decade. We sometimes sample it a little bit in the Today Special with small supplies, but it hasn't been a Today Special for over a decade. We've never done a 400 capsule supply. And this is by far, as you can see with the savings, Adam has the chart there, this is by far the best pricing we've ever had. So if you want a great energy product or something that's going to support you while you're achieving your weight loss goals, this is it, and you can see the savings on that chart.
And again, phenomenal. If you read the reviews, and I encourage you to take a minute online to see them, you can do the 60 caps. HSN price is $23.90, special price is $14.90. You save $9. The 180 HSN is $59.90. Today you get it for $34.90. You save $25. The 400 caps, you know, Andrew will do special sizes for today's specials, and here's a great example. The 400 caps normally would be $124.90. Our price is $54.90, and it's on 3 FlexPay, and that saves you $70.
Yeah, so that's over a year's supply at 1 capsule a day, and that's how many people use it. The most anyone would ever need to take is 2 capsules a day, but it's a product that gives you the nutrients that are essential, related to, required for fat burning metabolism. It also, or energy metabolism as well. Also the botanicals that support that fat burning metabolism, enhance it, or also are required for energy metabolism to combat fatigue. One of the things that happens when we're losing weight and cutting back on calories, we just get tired.
Right.
We have less energy, we have less fuel, we might be exercising, we get more tired. So one of the best things we could do is to support our body's ability to maintain that positive outlook, to combat fatigue, and that's what, if you read the reviews on this product, that's what it's designed to do. It does it gently, naturally. There's no caffeine from coffee. There are caffeine-related alkaloids from green tea and from guarana in the product. And then there's a number of what they call adaptogens, ingredients that help us adapt to stress. Diet, even the best diet, it's stressful. Change is stressful, as we all know. And this is an opportunity to give your body the tools, but you still have to make the right decisions. Despite what all the folks on television might say, especially Dr. Oz, there's no such thing as a magical weight loss product. We are the magic. We're the magician when it comes to weight loss. We just have to make good decisions and make them consistently. Not even enormous decisions, not big change. Small change done consistently delivers great results. And this is a product that's designed to support us in making those intelligent changes and delivering us those great results. And best savings, best pricing ever on a product we've had for 20 years.
First Today specials of the year.
Yes.
Many of you I know will be watching as well next week when we're live from ProCaps in Henderson. I'll be there for the first time. I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Andrew, so you go live at 11 p.m., is that correct?
11 p.m. we'll do a variety show.
Okay.
So we'll probably go through about a dozen products at 11 p.m. And then at midnight, we'll give a detailed discussion of these products. I'll read the clinical studies, the research quotes from them, so you'll get a sense of how the product is configured, go through all the ingredients, and talk about why weight loss is as easy as it might be to understand, why it's so difficult to accomplish. And I think when we understand that, we have a little bit more compassion for ourselves, and we'll be more patient in how we go about the process.
We are so grateful that you took the time, folks, to join us for this very special sneak peek look. Andrew, sir, I will see you soon.
You will indeed.
Definitely tune in tonight at 11. And any of this that you want to see again, please go online at hsn.com. Just search Andrew Lessman and, of course, his entire catalog of amazing vitamins and supplements.
Everything on special pricing.
All of it's on special pricing.
Yep, for this weekend.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Andrew Lessman. Stay with us. We are live from Palm Beach right here, right now.